Hello and welcome back, all my viewers and subscribers, and to another exciting video. And today's video is basically what it takes. Is it worth it to actually use the existing wire from before? Um, from my knowledge, I don't think that it is worth the. It's worth it. For one, you can you can run into issues when it comes to using the old wire, and it's simply not worth the hassle. But I'd like to give a shout out before I start the video to all the subscribers who have tuned into my videos, and also I'd like to give a shout out to the Real Gaza Uncle, Azo Mario, Jamaica Vive TV Entertainment, Real Vive TV. Also, like to give a shout out to Up Movement TV, and also Sasha Ice, and a shout out to Trill. Hold it down. See you soon. So let's get into today's video. Today's video is simply about, is it worth the hassle of reusing older wire compared to just getting or spending the money to just rewire it completely with brand new wire? Me personally, from my experience, I don't think that once the walls are open and you're going to be wiring that unit, that it's worth it to reuse the old wire, because old wire is old. Old wire brings problems. Old wire also comes with the wire being deteriorated after a certain amount of years. And also old wire, obviously some of the old wire has been wire that has been in some homes for about 50 years or so. So for me, when it comes to rewiring a home, or even when it comes to renovation of some sort, and you're pretty much getting into rewiring that unit, simply purchase the wire, the brand new wire. It's not, you know, going to hurt you or kill you to actually take those older wires out, remove everything from scratch, and start from fresh. Also, you guys can leave a hit the subscribe button who hasn't subscribed. Also, you can leave a comment, like, share. So when it comes to reusing, I personally do not reuse old wire. Reason being is, if you're doing a basement, and a basement is basically being going to be rented out, you cannot have any of those circuits sharing anything with the upstairs circuits, for one. And when it comes to reusing the older wire, that's when you're going to have that issue of having to find out at the end of the renovation, if you didn't check, that those wires that you have reused is either hooked up to the upstairs or it's going to somehow deteriorate after a time. And there goes the money you have spent to renovate. And instead of taking the extra money to actually purchase the proper wire, you've gone and now mix up stuff, and it's not really going to do you any good. Most time, a lot of my times when I go into rewire, they're mostly brand new basements that are being renovated. A lot of times I run into also where some people just want to do partial renovation, and they think it's a little bit cheaper to go that way. I mean, it all depends on the person who has, if they have the money or not. But for the extra 10 grand that it's going to cost you, or even 5 grand for wiring, I would definitely go that route to avoid any issues. Also, you would have seen I've put out a video where in that video it basically shows that I got into a basement where there was a lot of older wire inside the basement, and everything was just wired around. And that's another problem too that you will run into is when it comes to reusing older wire. You're going to risk the chance of everything being hooked up on the same circuit, and it's not going to be a good scene because most of the time you'll find that you'll have the bathroom GFI, you'll have the lights, you'll have the plugs hooked up together. And what also will take place in that event is once that's going on and you decide to use your hair dryer of some sort in the washroom GFI, you're going to start to see the lights flickering, and a lot of people don't know why it's flickering. Well, the reason why it's flickering is because the actual hair dryer, it draws a lot of amperage, and once it gets onto that lighting circuit and you power up that hair dryer, you're going to start to see the flickering. So for that reason, I don't believe in reusing older wires, and wires that has been ran already inside of a unit. I mean, it's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the headache to even look at that direction. It's for me, um, with my experience and knowledge, I simply want to get rid of the old wire. I don't want to be called back because something wasn't working. It's only going to take me roughly maybe half an hour or so to, or even sometimes an hour to remove the older wire, depending on the size of the basement or depending on the size of that unit that I'm wiring. So it's not going to take me much time to simply remove everything and just do it fresh. And that's what I do all the time. I take the extra hour or the extra 2 hours that I need to take in order to make sure that I'm not reusing any old wire of any sort. That's going to complicate the job once I'm ready to power up my circuits. A lot of the times too, what you get with older wire is it starts to deteriorate after a certain amount of years, and also when you open up the walls, you will see that some of the older wire has started to eat away for some strange reason, and those are the surprises that you will run into. And once you see that, it's time to basically run your new wires, wire it accordingly. Make sure that your circuits are wired accordingly. What I like to do is I like to keep my plugs on one circuit. I like to keep my lighting circuit on lighting, receptacles on receptacles. I don't like to mix and match. And a lot of times when you go into a place that's already wired, that's what you find, and that's what the customer was dealing with before. And so you want to avoid those issues. Fact of the matter is also, for all those who are tuned in, you can like, share, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section, stay up to date to my latest content on my videos, on my live streams. So again, like I said, when it comes to reusing the older wire, simply don't even bother. It's not worth the pain and the hassle. Uh, you will most basements that are wired already from years ago, you will run into those issues that I've pinpointed today in my video, as to lighting circuit receptacles sharing the same circuit, upstairs and downstairs hooked up on the same circuit, washroom GFI hooked up to the lighting circuit along with receptacles also, the deteriorating of the wires. All of those issues you're going to run into when it comes to the older homes or newer homes, and it comes to rewiring of a basement that wasn't probably approved by the Electrical Safety Authority. And those are the issues that we run into a lot of times. So I don't want to chance it. I don't want to reuse anyone's work that was there before. I know for some contractors, it's a pain for electrical contractor to give the advice of not reusing the older wire because they probably didn't budget for that. But it's not really going to hurt the contractor. It's only going to cost him a couple more hundreds in order to make that home safe. And that's the advice that I give to a lot of people out there who are doing their renovations, and who somehow believe that reusing the older wire to save a couple bucks is worth the hassle. It's not worth the hassle, simply because, like I said, you'll run into these issues of the deteriorating of wires, the wires hooked up to different circuits, the wires hooked up to the circuits upstairs, if it's going to be a legal basement. And for all who didn't know, when you're doing a legal basement, everything should be separate, which means that upstairs shouldn't be on the same circuit, basement should be on its own circuit. Reason being is it's a second unit for someone else, and they shouldn't have to have the nuisance of something tripping all the time because of the upstairs using the same circuit, or even the person upstairs shouldn't have to have that hassle of the circuits downstairs that are being used by someone in the basement of the current shutting off or tripping. No one wants to go through that. It's a big inconvenience to people, and it's simply not worth the pain and the headaches that we will have to go through, or that homeowner will have to go through in order to get illegal basement done. So again, today's topic was about, is it worth it to reuse the older wire opposed to running the new wire and getting it done to code? Um, in one of my videos, you would have seen last week, I put out a video where I'm working on, currently I'm working on a project where there's older wire in there, and the wires were all ran from before and happened to be hooked up with the lighting circuit and hooked up to the receptacle circuits. What I did basically was I removed the all the older wire. It didn't take me time. All it did was taking an extra half an hour of my time to an hour to troubleshoot, to see which circuit it was, turn that circuit off, and simply remove those older wires and ran new wire throughout. And also, when it comes to reusing the older wire, a lot of the times those older wires are starting to deteriorate in different areas of the run, and sometimes you don't get the right voltage coming through for that circuit. There's a delay in the circuits, because as the wire deteriorates and the further the run is, it will start to lose that voltage drop, it's called. So it's voltage drop, meaning that voltage drop is simply the longer the run is, um, the longer the run is, the longer that voltage will take to get to you. And when it comes to the voltage drop, that's basically what will happen in terms of wires that are being deteriorated and has lost its way to the actual device. You will get a lot of the deteriorating and the voltage drop simply dropping, and that's the big issue that we have in today's market when it comes to rewiring of basements and reusing of the old circuits. So this was a quick video, and I'm not going to stay long. Thank you all for tuning into my video this morning, and who hasn't subscribed, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you turn your notifications to all, and also you can like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date to my videos and my live streams that I do, and I will catch you guys on the next video.